Okay, hello, friends. I scheduled this this meeting, because I wanted to make sure that I showed up. I scheduled this as a Zoom meeting to make sure that I showed up for you. And my intention is to share the passion test opportunity with you. So what I'm going to do, because no one's actually joining me live here on the meeting, totally cool. Y'all are busy. I get it. And that's why I made this just a quick little half hour or less talk about the passion test process. So I'm going to get started. And if somebody joins me, whatever, that's fine. So let's silence my phone here. Beep. There we go. Turn that, minimize distractions, do this video. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to get into the presentation. Here we go. Passion test presentation. Share, and we're going to present that. So I hope that you can see the whole screen. Oh, it is an error. Okay. I've not done this before in Canva, so we're gonna present. And is it gonna work now? Is it gonna work? I hope so. Okay. The passion test is the effortless path to discovering your life purpose. Do you want more fulfillment? Do you want more passion in your life, more excitement? Yeah, we all do. Okay. So we're going to talk about how you can turn up the volume on your passion, joy, fulfillment, all of that stuff that you want to experience. I am glancing at notes because this is the first time I've actually presented this way. So who am I? I'm Sarah Deacon. I am the adulting coach. I am a life coach for teens and parents. I'm a black belt martial arts instructor. Check me out in my black belt there. I am a certified passion test facilitator, and we'll talk about what that means in a moment. I am trained and practiced in the conscious communication techniques and tools provided by the MIC systems. And I'm also a high school youth group leader at my church. So that's just a few little facts about me. If you're here, we've met before, hopefully. And yeah, so we don't need to go too much into that. What's the passion test? The passion test was created by Janet Bray Atwood and Chris Atwood. They were married at one time. They are no longer married, but they are still very, very good friends. So they created this passion test system as a result of about 30 years or more of connecting and contacting and learning from highly successful, highly fulfilled people what their secret was. And they have worked with incredible leaders that you may have heard of before, Jack Canfield and others. They were involved in The Secret and things like that. So the passion test is a book. You can get the book and you can take yourself through the passion test. This is not, it's a fairly straightforward process, and the book is really, really good. So if you find it, you want to pick it up because you're curious, cool, do that. If you want more, that's what we're talking about here. So what they learned is that the most fulfilled people, the most successful, the most fulfilled people, passionate in their life, are living their passions every day. They know what they are and they know how to choose in favor of them. So the Atwoods developed a system to identify and actualize and even monetize your ideal life in all areas, all of the time. It sounds impossible, but I like to believe that anything is possible. So here we go. So that is a little bit about Janet and Chris Atwood. All right, so why passion? Well, what is passion? What does that mean to you? Why is it important? What does it feel like to be passionate about something? think in your mind. If I had people actually on the call with me, I would ask for actual feeling words. What does it feel like to be passionate? It's energy. For me, it's like freedom, it's joy, it's smiling, it's laughter, it's lightness, it's motivation. In the flow, that's a good one, the flow state. So those are some of the words, what it feels like to be passionate. Did you know? And the statistic here comes from a 2005 study, so it's been a little while on this one. Did you know that 80% of Americans are not passionate about what they're doing for their job? Only 20% are happy. That's my little drawing of my heart, my little meh guy in the 80%. So my goal with the passion test is to make that 20% like way, way, way more. I heard a statistic on the radio a few weeks back about how it was around graduation time, about how 80% of graduating students, whether they're graduating high school or college, 80% of them want to do something they're passionate about in their life. So why is it that the statistics flip when it comes to careers? 80% are not doing something they're passionate about. Only 20% are. We want to change that. So that is a little bit of information why it's important. I slow down every time I flip a slide here. All right, the purpose of the passion test is clarity. How do you know if you're living your passions? All right. When you are clear, what you want will show up in your life, and only to the extent you are clear. And that is a direct quote from Janet Bray Atwood. Is a really important piece of the passion test process. Clarity is, it's everything. When you're clear on your passion, your purpose, your values, who you are, your identity, where you belong, the rest of the stuff kind of falls into place. When you become really, really confident, you step up and own who you are, that's when decision-making becomes easy. Anxiety kind of melts away. When you're really clear, that's where the magic happens, right? Clarity is a process. So here's the process. You take the passion test, whether you read it, you do it on your own, you click a link that I'll give you. I guess I'll put it in comments or something. You click the link and you can take the online version of the passion test. You'll take the passion test. Then once you're clear, that's where the clarity starts. You take action and then you stay open to what ends up coming into your life. And you'll be surprised how in alignment it can be. Click a little, wait for the delay. All right, the passion test formula for creating anything you want in your life. I've been sharing this with a couple of people lately. Don't know what is going on outside. I've been sharing this with a couple of people. This is explicitly from the passion test itself, from the book, from the test, from the training that I received. This is Janet Bray Atwood's and Chris Atwood's passion test formula, TM or whatever. It's not mine. I didn't make it up. Intention, attention, no tension. So that is a passion test formula. And as you can see, it's a little bit like the last slide with the clarity of our passions. So intention is consciously and clearly stating what you choose to create in your life. Where our focus goes, energy flows. So we really need to be clear. It's only to the extent that we are clear that it will show up. All right. So intention is setting that intention, and that's the passion test process, getting clear on those top 5 passions. Attention, what you put your attention on, focus goes, energy flows. What you put your attention on grows stronger in your life. You take action. The attention is also action. You're taking inspired action toward your goals when it comes to your passions. That since you're really clear on your passions at the end of this process, taking those actions becomes inspiring and it becomes motivating for you. And then no tension. The no tension piece is that you will act from a state of calmness and peace inside, let go of what you can't control, and be open to what comes to you. Staying open is key because most of the time when we're setting intentions, when we're really striving for those positive changes that we want in our life, when we're striving towards those positive changes we want to make in our life. Sorry. I just lost my train of thought. When we're striving towards those positive changes, some of you may pray, like, God doesn't always answer prayers in the way we might expect. Like, we want and expect things to go a certain way, but sometimes things show up differently. And if we're in alignment with everything, we work at this or something better. We hope we know that things won't look maybe the exact way we think. And usually what shows up is more impactful, more amazing than we even thought it could be. So one of the things, actually, let me tell you a quick story about this formula. I'm going to reach over here real quick and get my passions for you. So these are my top 5 passions. I'm in the little window, so you might not be able to see it. My top passions currently, because they change, they currently go like this. My number 1 is to shine. I shine as my highest self. My number 2 is to be deeply connected to myself and my family. My number 3 is to continually inspire others to believe in themselves. My number 4 is to be surrounded by excited, passionate, and purposeful people. And my number 5 passion is to be thriving in a supportive and stimulating relationship. So those are my top 5 passions. And I'm going to tell you, just even in taking this training, this certification course that I was in, creating that top 5 passion list and sitting with it after the first night, after the first day of the workshop, it showed up. The deeply connected to myself and my family passion showed up when one of my sons came into my room as I was just kind of laying in the dark, dim light, really just kind of letting everything sink in from what I had learned during the day. And he comes in and we just had a really, really magical conversation where he shared a lot that was on his heart and really opened up. And that, in that moment, I was just like, oh, I'm living it. Here I am. This is amazing. So that's just one of those things. I had been putting attention on it. I had created the intention. I had been putting attention on it because as he came in the room, I was like, okay, here's my opportunity. My family is here, my family member. Let me connect. And so I gave him the attention he needed, and no tension, it showed up. We ended up so connected that day. So that's just one example of how it can show up in a surprising, almost immediate way. Now, it won't always be so obvious or immediate, but that is definitely possible because you are powerful. What you believe, you create. Okay, so in the passion test process, of course, there's going to be things that come up. There are going to be some obstacles you may find as you're creating your passion list or working through some of the follow-up work on it. And the 3 obstacles to living a fulfilled, passionate life: false beliefs, false ideas, false concepts. I also consider it our fears. So we tend to believe things that aren't true. And there are going to be times that things like this come up. And that's the benefit of doing the passion test with a coach, with somebody who can walk you through it and, take your hand through it and help you process through some of those false beliefs, ideas, or concepts that you have. We do that in different ways. Each of the passion test facilitators or consultants do it in different ways. Because I'm a coach, I have a lot of other tools and insights wisdom to offer as far as unpacking those beliefs and those different concepts. So we will work together, and that's the opportunity. You can do the passion test with me, and then continue on in an ongoing coaching relationship. So we talked about the intention. Here's the attention. What you put your attention on grows stronger in your life. Where focus goes, energy flows. I like it because it rhymes. All right. So this is about reframing those false beliefs, false concepts, false ideas. You start to learn to see setbacks as opportunities, as reframing your mindset. You see failures as lessons. I didn't fail, I learned. You learn to see that you've been spared when something you want doesn't appear. That, maybe you start to understand that that thing was probably not for your greatest good or your best self or your, movement towards what you really, really want, what's really important. And you start to see that the universe has got your back. The universe is created for your fulfillment, whether you believe in God or some other higher power. There's the energy is there to support what you want if you can clearly articulate it, do the work that's required, and then let go. So learn to surrender and lean into what is appearing for you and recognize what it is. So the secret that will guarantee a passionate life is this right here. Whenever you are faced with a choice, a decision, or an opportunity, then you choose in favor of your passions. Now, do you think that this rule is easy to follow? Once you're clear on your passions, it is. What would your life look like if you followed this rule, this secret, this guarantee every single day with every decision you made? So you're responsible to get really clear on the what, and the how kind of comes later. That's this part, this choosing in favor of your passions, even when it might seem a little off or a little crazy or a little outrageous, a little impossible. Choose in favor of your passions. It's not our job to know how these things are going to show up. And the other thing I have here on this slide, the most important principle of living a passionate life is the commitment. When you're committed, and again, that's part of keeping the passions in front of you, clearly defined, clearly, in your life, in your vision, every single day, that shows your commitment to living a joyful, passionate, fulfilling life, to connecting with your purpose. And when you actually commit to living a passionate life, then again, like I said, it becomes more of a habit the more you practice it, saying yes to your passions. Until you're committed to choosing in favor of your passions, nothing will happen. If you don't believe that you can actually have that life that you articulate in this process, it's not going to happen. You have to feel into it. You have to believe it. You have to begin making the choice now. Get clear, get committed. So I'm going to I'm going to ask the question. If you're, obviously you're watching this replay, but I want you to think for a second. Are you committed to living a passionate life? Are you in the 20% who are living your passionate life? Or are you in the 80% that's like, meh, life's fine, but you're not on fire? Do you want to be? I think it's great. I am excited. I am thrilled. I am ready. to do fantastic things with my life, to live these passions, continually inspiring people, connected to my family, to myself, shining in my strengths. It's going to be amazing. And it is. A lot of this stuff has already shown up. Yeah, I'm not going to get into too many more of the details, but it's amazing. All right. So another little piece that we talk about, I think my outline is pretty much done, but I added this. Part of this is we, talk about passions as expansion and contraction, and they're both essential, like as breathing in, breathing out. But life is here to enjoy, and the purpose of life is the expansion of happiness. That's why we're here. That's why you're even watching this. Following your passions means following your bliss. So I don't know about you, but I want more of the light, open, excited, joyful, passionate feeling, and less of the closed, constricted, tight, heaviness of contraction. So that's another thing that comes up on this journey, creating our passions. Again, choosing in favor of passions leads us to expansion. All right. I thought I changed these photos. Okay, I guess I didn't. Well, I swear I did. Anyway, all right, here's my offer. The passion test is one test you can never fail. You're not graded on it. This is to support the universe and supporting you. So I have two opportunities. One is a 3-hour group workshop, which I am in the process of putting together and getting on the calendar. And I'm really hoping to have 3 to 5 people. It doesn't have to be a big one. I'm hoping to have 3 to 5 people get on board with me for my first 3-hour workshop, which I believe will be virtual. Although I may see if I can find somewhere to have it. And then I do want to start offering some group workshops in 2023. So watch for that, or stay connected, get on my email list to find out when the group workshops are going to be. The other opportunity is the one-on-one coaching, like I mentioned. We'll go through the passion test. We'll go through the passion test process, and then there is a follow-up one-on-one coaching call. It's a 2-session engagement right now. As of today, September 13th, 2022, as of today, I am offering the one-on-one passion test, the one-on-one passion test coaching. It's 2 sessions for $150. Now, that is a super good deal because it's going to go up as soon as I get maybe 4 more people in that one-on-one enrollment. It's going to go up to $300 for those 2 sessions. So get on board now while I'm still green at this, because it is a powerful process, and you do get the benefit of that direct one-on-one coaching support. I can walk you through your passions and then support you in the actions that follow. Okay, so those are the offers that I have, and I am going to change this slide for the next time I do this presentation. And then of course I clicked over on this before. Contact me. Remember, your passions are leading you along the path of your life's purpose. Stay aligned with them and you will fulfill your destiny. I believe we're all here for a purpose. And when we figure out what that is and go all in, it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Other thing to keep in mind, you might be 15, 16, 17 years old, or there's an airplane outside. You might be young, and this is the first time you're connecting with something you want in life. The passion test, it's not like the SATs. You don't have to, score a certain way on it. But it is recommended that you retake the passion test where possible. Retaking it the intention behind that, I'm not just saying it because, again, it's a business thing for me, but I am happy to stay connected with you, and you can take, like I said, you can take the passion test on your own. Again, it's way more effective if you do it with somebody else. But get the book, get a friend, do it on your own. It's fine. You can take the passion test. Is recommended about every 6 months. At the beginning, like I said, I've taken it, I think 3 times in the last 4 months. So, I've taken it a few times already. At the beginning, sometimes you might take it over and over again before you get clear and before the things stop drastically changing. So your top 5 list then might stay consistent for a while, like a year or 2 years or 6 years or 10 years, but at some point something in your life is going to change, so your passions are going to change. So stay connected with me. Reach out if you have any questions. I might re-record this video to be a little more effective, but that's it. Thank you for watching it. I'm going to log off because I've used the time, and I hope that gives you a better sense of the intention behind the passion test, what it can do for you, and how it can help support all the amazing, amazing things that you want to build in your life. So I'm going to stop sharing. Okay, here I am. Thank you for being here. I think I came in right under the half hour. So, yeah, I appreciate you watching. And I'll update my slide deck with the right pictures instead of the stock ones. And, I will talk to you soon. Thank you. Have a great day.